audio looking?
Yeah, let us know if you can hear us well, if you can see us okay.
Look there on the YouTube there, Chris. Where's your sidekick? I guess that's maybe me.
I don't know.
I'm the sidekick now,
Probably,
right?
Yeah. Hi, Paula.
How's the audio sound, guys?
I don't have an answer on YouTube.
Okay, gotcha. Give everybody a couple of minutes to gather. Hit cancel. Get cancel there.
Yep.
Cancel.
Gotcha. Just trying to be able
So
to
Sprite, where were you last Friday?
Well, David, I was with you.
So we had a great show in Irving, Texas. So I want to thank everyone who's with us. Just a fantastic 3 days there in Irving, Texas, near Dallas. And of course, how would you characterize our class?
It was packed. It was packed. We got a lot of good feedback from it. I think people learned a lot of things, so it was good. It was
Yeah, we love even more feedback about, what things we can do better, different, more of, less of. But I became definitely somewhat intimidated as I look back in the class, because it almost looks like the kind of scene you see in Tokyo, being pushed onto one of those bullet trains. There was standing room only in the back, and the people were very much pushed together. And so I said, boy, we better do some good content here and help people. And furthermore, what time was it? Gosh, it was 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
So
it was early.
It was definitely just getting started. So we appreciate everybody. The good news is, if you weren't there at the class, we did stream it live to Facebook. So buried in our Facebook is the class. Chris, did Bobby publish it on YouTube? I wonder.
I will check.
If you'll check. But so it's just a best practices class that I've done. Very kind people at NBM are great, and so let's see. What's the question?
She said she was watching the webinar with Craig and David. I didn't think it was live since the questions weren't being answered.
Oh, sorry. I was on the webinar, but Craig, when he goes into teaching mode, I'm sure he'll get to the questions at the end.
Yeah.
But that webinar was definitely live, because I just got off of it while it was continuing. So if people aren't familiar with what I'm talking about, Digital Art Solutions is, we do a webinar with them, and today's was multi-decorating, and it was, I'm the sublimation person around here, and he was way over my head. He was talking about combining vinyl with rhinestones with sublimation, having 3 cut files, one for sublimation, one for the rhinestones, one for vinyl, and going into it, and he was just clicking as fast.
Oh, we have a couple more. You're going to be doing a webinar with Sawgrass, Tips for Home Business Operations. The topic is understanding the challenge of using your home as a business location, as well as some creative solutions for overcoming them. And on top of that, our new blog this week kind of ties in. It's tips for small business management. Let's see, April the 17th, this is exciting. We are going to go live with Ashley from Artistry Markers. So that's going to be fun. That's April the 17th. I'm not sure the time. Hey, Mom. And then last but definitely not least, on April the 30th at 3 p.m. Central Time, we have a webinar with ASI on how to expand your sublimation business market. So that's how to target the healthcare market, revenue potential of the market, who to target, hottest products, and how ASI helps you tap into the healthcare market. Overview. It also goes over the overview and benefits of having an ASI membership.
Yeah, so ASI is the Ad Specialty Institute. It's where all the organizations that participates in the promotional products industry, and now there are a fair bit more than that. So it's a organization with sublimation in that it gives you access, if you're a distributor, it gives you access to hundreds of suppliers that you can mesh it and then resell them to your clients. And so it's really, if you're doing something long run or something that of course is not going to be traditionally done with sublimation or whatever, for instance, I want 10,000 Frisbees or something,
Yeah.
So it does have some crossover. We sell, as a company, we sell to many, or if not most, of the ASI suppliers. Those are the folks that produce the products. We sell them sublimation stuff.
So before we get started, we're going to do some things a little, and what we're going to do is we're going to offer you guys specials first before anyone else hears about them. So the first special is we have, it hasn't been announced yet, but
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Monica, that's David's wife. So the first thing, which we have not announced yet, is we have over 80, Doug, who is watching. Hi.
So I'm going to back out here, and so what in the world, do you need some help, Miss Sprite?
I got it, David. All right. So this is our Oki Pro 8432 WT white toner printer. This is part number 46396652. So you can get this right now for $6,895. That includes the black toner, which is $95, the black image drum, which is $95, the Forever Transfer Work 11 by 17, which is $440, and then we'll also send you a Forever Flex Soft sample pack for $65. Now, if you come during this broadcast with "I want that Oki," we will include this package of Nina Image Clip Laser Light for $145, and also this package. It's heavy. It's a lot. This package here of the Nina Technoprint Easy P, which is $90. So this is over $1,500 in for this exclusive transfer paper bundle. So call-in orders have to be received by 6 p.m. 5th and we will give you, well, we were not going to give it to you, but we'll give you all of this great deal that Doug has given us for this live broadcast. So take advantage of it. We do have financing available, so get in there and get your white toner printer.
Now, you might ask, why do we have this bundle? Why do you see this black toner and black drum? And it's very simple. A new feature of this printer that is brand new is that Oki allows you now to buy the printer as a CMYW, meaning that fourth color is white, and then change your mind. You pull out the drum and the toner unit, just pull easy, and you can now put in the black drum and toner. And you now have a CMYK. Print would be a great for doing white shirts. The Nina Clip white for light colored, laser for dark color. It is really the Forever Lieutenant. But also Baron back in a few months, and Baron barely fits on this table now. I mean, it's he's going to be a little hoarse.
We'll have to take our live out in the field.
Who knows? Who knows? All right, let's get started.
All right, so guys, so we have, but first, I want to show you guys some new products. So, like, we are always expanding our the words just escaped me. We'll talk about, which I'm really excited about, is our new Prague wine glass holder. So I know you guys remember the first one that we had that only fit the 2. Now this one fits the four wine glasses. So this is U60109, and it's really easy to do. I'm just going to take my peel coat off of it.
And really, you know, we received a lot of feedback from you folks asking for a glass holder, and so it's here. So I can tell you that when you give us a comment, we love product suggestions, improvements, feedback, you name it. We can't always, of course, act on them instantaneously. Some things take a little bit longer, but this is a beautiful addition to the 2-cup version.
That's right. So I'm just going to give it a 20-second pre-press just to get all that moisture out. It is a hardboard product. So
this is made by the great folks at Unisub for us. Made of hardboard, which some people call masonite. It's single-sided with really attractive black finish on the backside.
yeah. So, all right. Okay. Yeah, Patricia, I'm working on it. As soon as we get done today, hopefully I'll photograph them and have them up, have the images up on the web. But this is what it looks like, and you'll be the first to see it. All right, so I've got this really cute little design here. I'm just going to...
So she printed the transfer on her SG800. That's the printer that we have there in the art department and
this is
product marketing for 5 to 10 seconds. And that's especially important on heavy coverage transfers. You put a lot of black ink. It's like paint. Seems to dry on the surface, but if you put your fingernail into it, it's still wet underneath. So if it's not dry, that moisture, because you're printing with colored water after all, it's going to turn into steam. It's going to ruin your transfer. You're going to get blowout.
That's right. All right.
Board around here, by the way.
It's very, very nice one. I got a couple seconds left on this.
And these are cork backed, which make them just a very attractive product to hold in your hand, table.
And what else can you do with cork back product?
So Sprite has her signature imprinting technique. She can sublimate on the back in the cork area because cork has apparently some synthetic resins in it, and it accepts the sublimation gas. So really, really cool. Did you, is that really, you did it on your own, or did somebody suggest it? Do you know?
I mean,
do you remember?
I was totally me. No, I was prompted. I believe I saw it
Just want to give credit where credit's due, you know?
Yeah, I saw it. All right, guys, so this is I love it. Really easy to do. Pretty.
So we need to make a version of that for the camp mug, right? Have a little place where you just you take it camping, or as my wife calls it, glamping.
Right.
And you know, put your bottle of whatever with your 4 camp mugs there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, like you can hook them. Okay. All right. All right. Wheels are turning. Wheels are turning. So these are going to run you anywhere between $4.49 to $4.93, depending on how many you buy.
How much do you think you would sell that for?
Something like this can go anywhere $20 to $30. And then you add wine, you add the glasses, and you're looking at anywhere between $80 to $100.
So, you know, the ideas would be to hit all these wine places that have the wine tasting, and you think about local artwork that you could tap into.
Yeah. We have a couple of restaurants here in Mobile that you know, they're wine and cheese restaurants, and you know, they sell bottles of wine, and you know, you could add this to their repertoire. You know, do a nice little logo, just something that's cute and trending, and you know, people love to increase the value of their things. So if they're buying a wine bottle for a gift, then they can buy this along with it, and there you go.
One for shot glasses there. Have to think about that. That's a good,
you know what,
suggestion,
Samantha?
Sam.
That's funny because I've seen like where they do the boards now, and everybody like takes a shot, and anyways. I don't know how David feels about that.
You could just simply drill little holes, and that's a great idea. Why is that in case? So we'd love your ideas if you can think of some other uses for these table toppers.
Another beer sampling board.
That would be good. Yes. Yes.
beer? Explain that.
So something like this, if you have like different samples of beer out, and then you can place the cups on there, and you can label what type of beer is in front of the cup. That's a really good idea. You can do the same thing for like dips and stuff like that. I like where Sam's head is today. He's talking about shot glasses and beer.
Yeah,
there with you.
So this material is dry erase.
That's correct. Yeah.
So you could sublimate something on there to personalize it, but then if you wanted to write what the beer was or what it is on there, you can do that and wipe it away. So the Unisub material makes a good dry erase kind of product.
All right.
I hadn't thought about that. Wow.
All right, we're going to let that cool for just a second.
I need to get Finch to, Finch loves these beer breweries, so.
I know he does. All right, let's let this cool. I'm going to set this over on the cool plate.
By the way, we use a cool plate around here, and it is extremely rapidly. So you can go look at my videos on cool plates and see it on the web. Not an expensive accessory, but well worth it to improve your throughput of your company.
All right, I think it should be cool about now. Okay.
That fast?
Well, it works really
fast.
quickly. All right, so I have my design, and since I am doing a full bleed design, like David said, I'm going to hover this under the heat press for about 30 seconds just to dry.
Not to contradict you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. This guy. All right, so we're just going to tape it down. You can use.
And if she was doing sublimating the backside, she'd have another transfer ready to go.
Right.
And sublimating on the back, branding all your products is an incredible marketing tool. Another thing to do that I don't say enough, a lot of times I read myself, but take pictures of all the products you make and then post them on your Facebook and Instagram page to create buzz and excitement for what you're doing.
Yes. Okay, David is ready for a shot. Not so much David, more so much me.
Yeah, I've driven Sprite over the edge, right?
I have. Yeah, you have.
We walked a ditch for 4 days, right?
Oh my gosh. And everybody kept joking that they were going to throw me in, but I didn't, so I didn't get thrown in. It was a scary ditch. It really was.
We walked along a ditch to get to the convention center for my hotel because that was the way that we were directed by the hotel to get there. They said just walk the ditch. And I was saying that if we were in San Antonio, they would be worshiping the ditch. They love their little whatever they call it.
Oh, the river down there?
Yeah, river walk.
Yeah.
Well, it was a larger river walk.
To be fair, the river walk is a lot nicer than the ditch we had to go over every day. But it was good. It was fun.
We did have fun.
We did. Jeff and I and a bunch of them, we went to the museum in Fort Worth and saw some original Andy Warhols and some Picassos, which was really, really cool.
And did you see some sublimated products?
I did see some. So you know me, I was taking pictures of all the sublimated products. So
that looks absolutely awesome.
Great. All right. So
and it stayed very flat.
It did. Yeah. All right, guys. So
this has a attractive laser edge on it. Nice black edge, cork back.
Cork back.
Looks like a really expensive product. Something high quality. And you can, of course, with the magic of sublimation, put whatever the heck you want on there.
Put whatever the heck you want. I'm going to use some of these.
That's a good idea.
Nice comment from Mario if you'd like to read it, right?
Okay.
By the way, I bet this stuff will work with our acrylic feet, right?
Yeah, it probably would.
Probably
yes.
would.
Okay, yeah, so Jill said, just won the graphics prize on the webinar with Craig Mertens at DAS, and he answered all my questions. Sorry for doubting it was live. I've been trying to pay attention to both of them for the last 10 minutes. I learned so much from all of the online videos and webinars. Thank you for providing them.
Oh, thank you. Very kind comment. Yeah, Craig is like a workaholic, and I just, he does so much in the way of education, it's overwhelming.
All right, so we got
So
these.
that really did well.
Here, you
so I
put
think we have sort of the same thing with the acrylic feet. The acrylic feet are also very attractive. So great.
Maybe that one will just kind of. There we go. Just
I wonder
kind of
if that's
sticks
some
in
of the
there.
acrylic feet somewhere around here.
No, you know, those are like a hot commodity. Okay, moving right on out. Paula, the dimensions on the products. So this one, the smaller one, is 9 inches square. The round one is 11 inches round. And this one is 8.98 by 12.52. So I did them on my SG800 with 11 by 17 paper.
Time and temps?
400 degrees for 75 seconds with a 20-second pre-press.
Yeah, and I would generally recommend with these kind of things, because we obviously have a really nice press. You can't get any better than a George Knight DK20S. So it puts out a lot of heat. So I would say generally it's a minute and a half kind of press for folks.
Yeah. All right, we have more new things. So we have our new Malaga cases for our iPhone XR and our iPhone XS. So this one here in my hand, this is the 305918-K. This is the XR. No, this is the XS Max. I'm sorry. This is 305915-K. This is the XS Max. And then we're going to press the 305918-K. This is the XR. So when you get them, they're going to come with all of this stuff in the middle. You're just going to toss all that, just like that. When we do these, you want to protect the magnetic flap. And wait, you want to zoom in on me, David? One day he's going to learn how to use the remote. All right, so you do want to protect this little flap here, and the way I do that is I just take a little strip of Teflon and I tape it down. Now I do want to make sure that when I tape it, I don't tape over the image area. So I'm just going to take it, use a couple pieces of tape. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to lint roll it quickly. Just get any kind of stuff off of there, and we're going to attach it to my image. So I'm going to use, I'm just going to tape it. You can use Pro Spray. I like to use tape. All right.
Yeah, it should be good with either.
Right. Okay. So I'm just going to tape it down. And then I know you guys have seen the way I do the press, where if I have to hang something over, which I do have to hang this plastic part over, I want to do it on this side of the press to where the press swings, so I don't have to close the press all the way. I can leave it open to ensure that the part that needs heat is going to get heat. Hey, Lindsay. Lindsay's watching. All right. So I'm just going to place this on here.
So she's just letting the other part of the case, the other half, hang off. Actually pretty easy to do.
Yep.
You can easily feel it with your hand. And then she's moving the press back just a little bit to ensure.
Yeah.
And that's smart.
I'm going to do this.
Medium to sort of heavy pressure is the material is complex. It's got a bunch of layers to it, and you really want to flatten it down, especially because I think there's a little bit of a sewing seam.
Yeah.
On the edge, and you want to push that sublimation into the seam. How long are we pressing?
For 1 minute.
Okay.
6 seconds. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Again, one of the things you can do is to, as you're testing out a new product, plan on wasting at least one. And one of the things you can do is do the black test. black is the last color to sublimate, and so if you get a good black, you're dialed in. And in the case of a product that's complex like this, you really want to do your test to ensure that you're going to get you're going to get a good transfer everywhere.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Now Sprite normally tells you that she does the peak test before she removes the transfer paper, and that's always wise with the first time you do something, to peek at it without removing tape. But boy, that's beautiful color.
Good. All right, here are my two. This is the one that I just pressed. David, can you back out?
Yep. How much you think something like that would sell for?
These are $30 cases without a doubt, because you have the the credit card holder. It's a feel case. It has a nice clasp to it. So this is the one that I just did.
In a boutique shop, if you were wholesaling them through a boutique shop, I'd say that's a $40 or $50 case.
Yeah. So really cute. Good stuff. All right.
So that's the XR?
This is the XS and the XR Max.
Okay.
So, all right. Moving right along. So that's all the new products that I have for you today. But I do want to do some graduation stuff. So I came up with a few things that I thought that our grads would love. A couple of them are standard, and one of them I kind of thought outside the box, and I think you guys are really going to like it. But the first thing we're going to do is just one of those standard ones, and that's a bag tag. So, people like to graduate, they like to start traveling, so why not make them a bag tag? So this is our wooden bag tag. This is U4735, and I just have a cute little design here. I'm just going to tape it down. And we're going to press this for 45 seconds, 400 degrees, medium pressure.
And one of the comments here is when you're pressing stuff, you'll see us trying to always put paper top and bottom and keep everything clean. And that's so important, because if you don't do that, what you're going to end up doing is transferring something to the other side. And so if you're keeping everything clean, then you can get away with a lot of stuff like turning this right over and decorating the other side to it. These wood tags have one side that is really good for the transfer, and the other side may have some where you see the wooden part of it, and I think it adds to it. So you can look at it and you can tell which is which. Both sides are coated. Both sides sublimate beautifully.
My friend Jenny is watching. Hey Jenny, I love you. She grows kiwis in Auburn. Well,
wow.
Outside of Auburn, yeah. It's pretty
cool.
fascinating.
Lives in Auburn or lives near Auburn?
Yeah, Opelika.
War Eagle. And one of say a prayer for Auburn that they do well in the basketball this weekend. Many of my Alabama fans, including my wife, we're all pulling for all. So that's
keep it in the state.
That's solidarity.
That's right. Okay, guys. So I don't know if you can see, but this kind of warped a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip it upside down and press it again for 45 seconds, and that's going to take that warp out.
So you could go ahead and do your second side sublimation, but technically you need to let it cool first. So since we're not going to do the other side on camera, you go ahead and put it back in and to straighten it out.
Yeah. All right. My mom said she loved the Malaga case she had with the pictures of the grandkids on it. That was her favorite case until it literally fell apart. She had it for so many years. And also the grandkids grew up. So, All right. That's good. Okay. Whew.
So, one of the comments would be that, let's say you do this for the first time and you forget why it warped and about it. If you're documenting your successes, your failures, your questions, then you've got something to ask about instead of throwing it to the side and saying, I'll never buy that product again because it warps. Usually we're going to be able to tell you what to do about an apparent issue. In this case, it's an easy solution.
All right, guys, so this is what I did for the bag tag. Hey, babe. So this is what I did for the bag tag, and it says, I don't know why it's so blurry. Are you zoomed all the way in, or zoom out?
I can zoom all the way out.
There we go. Okay, so it says, and so the adventure begins. And it has a name on there, little map on the back. So really cute idea for somebody that's, you know, maybe traveling after college, or.
You know, our oldest son is getting married, and they're having the engagement party. What an awesome little gift, you know, something like that, especially because he's an outdoor kind of person.
Yeah,
so
how good that turned out.
Really did.
So we did a at the kiosk. I did.
You know somebody in Caulfield, New York, or just oh?
Yeah, sure. Why not? What are you talking? Oh, I totally made that up.
Okay.
You get used to making up names and things. So when we were at the kiosk,
cool.
If you didn't catch our live broadcast, I actually made a wooden bag tag of my husband and I at a festival. And, you know, I have a lot of tattoos. My husband has a lot of tattoos. We were at a really colorful venue.
It just wasn't obvious.
I was talking to them. I'm not talking to you. And it turned out so pretty. And then I almost lost it, and you found it, and Chad just loves it. I got home, and he said, well, baby, did you get me anything? And I went, no. And then I looked in my book bag, and I went, oh, I did. I made you this. And so he was pretty stoked. All right. Moving right along. Okay, moving right along. So I had the great idea. One of the things that are really trending for grads now are cap toppers. So, you know, they decorate their cap, and then you can see them. If you're up in the bleachers, you can tell who your child is. So what I did is I took our Subla wrap, and I'm going to do a design on the Subla wrap, and I could have cut it with my silhouette, but I didn't because I'm lazy, and I apologize. But I'm not lazy at all. Actually, I was just, this is what you're getting.
So what are your suggestions to do with it after we?
So I found the template for the graduation hat. Graduation hats are 10 by 10.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then there's a little circle in the middle where the button goes. And so I'm just going to sublimate this, and then I'm going to cut it out with scissors. And like I said, you can cut it out with your silhouette, and then you just take it and apply it to the top of your cap topper.
Great idea.
Well, thanks, David.
I've seen those things before. On the market, very expensive kind of things.
Incredibly expensive. They go for life, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Who was it we saw the other day? They have a club they called the Dead Pixel Society.
Oh, I thought that was really cute. Mom would like that. She's a huge Robin Williams fan.
So you sized it for the topper, if you will.
Yeah, well, I cut it a little bit bigger. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to, I'm just going to cut it down once we sublimate it. So I'm sure you guys have seen me do the Subla wrap before live. We're just going to do this. You can do it either image face down, image face up. The Subla wrap material is so thin that the heat is going to transfer well through it. And I'm going to do this for 400 degrees, 60 seconds with a pretty medium to heavy pressure.
Hey, Mary asks if you could decorate that with the markers, the sublimatable markers.
Absolutely. Anything you see here is also compatible with the markers. So you color onto paper and then press away.
That's right. That's right.
So one of the markers for what are they, about like $35 or something?
$35, yeah.
One of the most valuable things we sell, I think, for that kind of money. So what you could do is you could, for instance, create a sublimation design on your computer, have an area for personalization, print the transfer out, give it to the person, maybe at a little party or something. They color their personal information in there, and then you sublimate it.
That's a great idea for like teams or band or the cheerleaders if they all wanted to have the same pattern with their little customizable area in the middle.
So the markers, we're still, hearing from everybody, the markers have become incredibly popular. And the folks at Sprite Technology will be with us, I think, on the 17th or 19th or...
The 17th. You were right. Yep.
So, my name's up there, but what I'm thinking I'm going to do is get you to do it with Ashley.
Well, let me know before the day before, please.
Yeah, okay. 17th. I don't know what day of the week that is. But Ashley, she is extremely knowledgeable about the markers and all the things that people are doing with them to make money. So, I mean, we were talking about it this week about how you could use the markers with some of the church schools to do Easter-related products. So if you happen to have a little portable heat press like a JP14, you could bring it with you, bring the separates, kids color, sublimate right there. They take the product home. Imagine taking one of our linen tote bags, you know, and that can be their, well, I guess most people use a little Easter basket to collect the eggs, but there's bound to be a good Easter product, you know.
Well, you know, our oval keychains.
Oh, yeah,
they look like Easter eggs. Yeah,
wow. That's true.
Just all kinds of fun stuff.
That is
all right,
true.
so I'm going to cut this out.
It's sublimated beautifully, and you got your hole in the middle. That
and I do.
You could take an X-Acto knife or whatever.
Or you could cut it with your silhouette. Yeah. Yeah. So you know, I would have, like I said, I would have cut this first and then sublimated it second, but
it's so easy to cut it because I don't know if all hats are exactly the same size. So you know, if you said to somebody, you know, feel free to trim it a little bit as needed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's the subway wrap is we'll call it a repositional vinyl for a short time, and then after that it's not. But you know. In other words, you can...
repositionable means you can take it off. You can take it off. You're not going to be able to put it on this thing and then move it and take it to something else. So this is what I have, and it says, the best is yet to come, Braylon class of 2019. And you can see the little hole here in the center that would go over the top of the cap, and then she could just wear this, and then you can see her in the back. And yeah, so really cute. Really cute idea. This is super low cost, incredible ROI. Your return on investment is going to be through the roof on this one. So, all right, I got one more thing to press. And, you know, graduation is a huge time in everyone's life. So, you know, what better way to commemorate than with a piece of slate? Y'all, this slate looks so beautiful. It's some of the best stuff that we sell. So I have this this cute little design that I did, and I have a piece of slate. This is SUSL003. This is our 5.85 by 7.8 slate. This is going to run you anywhere from $3.80 to $4.06 a piece. It does take a little bit of time to press, but that's all right. We're going to talk about some other things while it's pressing. So the way I like to do this is I like to wrap it around the slate. So I wrap it here and I tape it. And then I'm going to wrap it here and I'm going to tape it. And that's going to ensure that all that ink is going to get into the little cracks and crevices of the natural stone. All right, so I'm going to top this with 1/8 of an inch heat conductive rubber pad. So I've got butcher paper on the bottom, butcher paper on the top, heat conductive rubber. We're going to do this for 8 minutes.
Yeah, you need the green pad because the surface and the material itself is not quite uniform. The green pad ensures that we have great heat conduction across the entire surface. You know, with sublimation, we certainly recommend that you use a swing-away heat press. That's what we use. If you have a clamshell in this case and you're doing slate, my suggestion, clamshell presses close like this with the back of it closing first. I recommend that you push everything to the very back of the press and turn it landscape, and you'll have the best shot at having a uniform closing on the product. Slate is one of these products because it has a long dwell time. We're pumping a lot of heat into it. So when you're starting off, our instructions are simply a place to start. They are not necessarily going to be correct for your press. You will need to experiment. One of the things you can do, as we talked earlier, is the black test. You can do stripes of black at different times. Only change one variable at a time. And when you've dialed in your time for the slate, document it so that you don't have to continually reinvent the wheel.
We hate reinventing, don't we? Okay, so I have a bunch of stuff to give away, but before we do that, let's talk about a couple of other things. So we've talked before about growing your business and offering your customers substrates that may necessarily not have the equipment to handle. Please, our print services team can help you. Visit our website for more information. You know, bigger products equal more sales, more products, more volume. Have the confidence for that big job. We can do it for you. We want to partner with you. Putting that big 20 by 30 piece of glass up in your showroom, that's going to attract a lot of attention, and people are going to want to buy it. And you may not be able to fulfill those first 5 or 10 orders, but after that, you start thinking, well, maybe I should get a wide format press and a wide format printer. And so you're constantly, upping your game, offering more products, honing in your market, and it's a really great way, and we are more than happy to help you do that. So contact our print services department, go on our website, check it out.
So to sell small, show big, that's really the key. You're going to get somebody's attention by having that big piece of glass. It's going to look beautiful. You show all the small products, and they'll love it. It's really the secret to selling. It's the secret to getting people's attention, to planting those seeds, making that memory in their mind.
That's right. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Well, plus, if they're interested in investing in those larger equipment, then they can always ask about our financing options.
Yeah, what I would say is if you're interested in big equipment, you should prove your business model before spending a penny. Outsource it to somebody, could be us, could be somebody else, but do not go buy equipment based on what you think you can do. Prove your business model first, and then you'll know exactly where you stand, whether or not you should invest in bigger equipment.
All right. What else do I have? Guys, don't forget to submit your product reviews and be automatically entered to win $25 in Condé credit. This week I have Allison Megan at Photo Video Plus. She gave a review on the Pet Scarf 01. Oh. She said, we tested out the small pet scarf and are really impressed with the quality of it. We printed on both sides. It showed one customer. They ordered 2. Looking forward to ordering more of these. Y'all, those products are super cute. So yeah.
So what does she get?
So Allison, you get $25 in Condé cash. I'll send you an email on Monday. Guys, keep those reviews coming. It's really easy. Let us know how you feel about the product that you're using, and I'll pick a winner every week, and I'll give you $25 in Condé cash.
Yeah, like in the pet market, which is one of my favorite markets, you could tap into your dog parks, pet groomers, you name it, and you could create a short run product with the same artwork. In other words, make 20 or 30 of them or whatever with just some trendy artwork, something that's the doggy fashion statement, You don't have to do personalization.
That's right. What else? Hey guys, June the 15th, we're going to be here showing you all kinds of fun stuff at our open house. So our registration will be open soon. Be sure to get that in. We're going to feed you. We're going to teach you. We'll probably aggravate you a little bit. Well, David might, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Please come see us June the 15th here in Mobile, Alabama. Our open house is from 10 to 3. It's going to be a great time.
We would love to have you be with us. I've been working on the menu. We've got a great lunch menu for you. We cross our fingers that the weather is good, not too hot.
It's going to be hot.
And we're going to have all guests. We'll have lots of guest instructors, which, of course, Miss Sprite's going to be one of them. Teaching on, what are you going to teach on?
Corel and how to use our templates in Corel.
Excellent. And then Roger Wambach from Corel will be here, Jimmy Lamb, and I think we've got a surprise instructor coming in. I think maybe teach on Photoshop or something.
I think so. I think that sounds about right. Yeah. All right, I've got about 2 minutes left. So before we do that, let's talk about last week. So every week we give away a $25. We give away $25 in Condé credit to our client review winner. And so all you have to do is show us what you're doing in your, go to our client gallery, upload your image, and you are automatically entered to win $25. And this week is Tiffany O Studios, and Tiffany did this really cute linen, I guess this is the linen coin bag, and she did a cute little bee pattern on it, and she added some makeup and stuff, so really cute.
Very cute. Yes. Good job.
So Tiffany, you will be receiving an email with your $25 in Condé credit. Now, last week was the very last week of our last monthly themed gallery contest. So, and I think the theme was show us your best spring themed items. So we're going to go over the winners in just a second. Now, April the 1st started our new quarterly contest. So our quarterly contest is going to run until August, is that correct? I think that's correct.
End of June.
End of June, so the end of June. So from April to June, it's our quarterly contest, and I want you to show me your best pet themed item. Now here's the kicker. The grand prize winner is going to win $400 in Condé credit. Our second prize winner is going to win $200 in Condé credit, and our third prize winner is going to win $100 in Condé credit. So that started on the 1st.
I'd like to make one revision to those rules.
Of course you would.
There are some, and we are very intent on bringing to market a great sublimation cotton product, and so stay tuned. We will make as fast progress as we can, and so I appreciate the question.
The pet color is on flash sale. Do you have to take the clasp off or just press them with them on?
So is that the collar or the scarf?
It says collar.
Okay, so
that's both.
Okay, so the pet collars, no, you cannot take the clasp off of the pet collar. So the pet collar has a small sublimatable area, and you need to take the metal or the plastic clasps and extend them as far as you can out to the ends, and then kind of hang it, corner-wise over your press.
Diagonally on the press, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll do it.
Yeah, it's very easy. They're designed for exactly what you're doing to make it super easy. And this is the second generation product that has really sewn fabric to the, whatever they call that, lanyard kind of material, webbing kind of materials beautifully. It looks great, and they are very strong collars.
Yeah, and Jill, we have quite a few videos up on how to do them. So just go to condetv.com and you can get step-by-step instructions on how to do them. And Jenny, I see you in there guessing. What would you do if I sent you all of this blank product? What are you going to do with this blank product?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
How many washes can you get after pressing a shirt?
How many what?
Washes. can you get after pressing a
So
shirt?
that's like a trick question, right? Because sublimation will not wash out. So you literally can get an infinite number of washes regarding the sublimation. What ultimately happens is sooner or later the garment itself is going to fall apart. But ultimately sublimation, because we're dyeing the fabric, there really is no standard way to get the ink out. It's in there as permanent as it gets. Where other technologies use surface decorating, where the surface is where what contains the ink, sublimation is referred to as subsurface decorating, meaning the ink is now inside the material and it is not coming out, period. Great question.
Another question? How do you keep the nozzles from drying up in between uses on that Sawgrass SG400, especially if it's going to be about a week at a time?
So the question is there anything special I need to do with my 400 or 800 or Rico to keep it healthy if I'm not going to use it for, say, a week? And typically the answer is no. You do need to keep it turned on, and that should do it. If you want to go a little bit further, you can do a test print from your computer, say every couple of days. Running the test print every couple of days, like the Windows test page and the Mac has a test page, is a really good thing. Not the nozzle check, but a Windows test page. And that certainly will keep the printer healthy. So these Rico printers, especially the Generation A, are extremely hardy products. So they're going to hold up under those short-term situations. But if you, for whatever reason, had to turn off the printer, put it in a closet for 6 months, that would be bad. So you do want to keep the printer turned on, and you do want to do a test page every handful of days, and if you do that, you know, you're going to have really good odds that everything is going to work out.
Perfect. Can you give the number for the floor glass holder again?
Yeah, it is. The wine glass holder is U60109.
No more questions at this time.
All right, do we have a winner?
We do. Jamila Turner with a guess of 3.4 pounds.
Congratulations. So say the name again.
Jamila Turner.
Jamila
Turner with a guess
Congratulations.
of 3.4 pounds. Good job, girl.
And how about, do we know YouTube?
We do not have a YouTube winner, as the only guess YouTube was last week's winner.
Okay.
Tanya, I see you, girl. All right. Well, Jamila, congratulations, and congratulations to all of our other winners. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. David Gross, Sprite Wood, Condé Systems.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.
Great job. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Take care.
Oh, Jamila, awesome. Great.
Awesome.
Good job.
Take care, and I see lots of my family and friends have tuned in, so thank y'all for being with us.
Probably the only people that watch. That's okay. Kidding.